Today we're going to be doing a subwoofer install in the Toyota 86. I usually like doing sound system installs on all my vehicles. I haven't done the Viper yet, except for there's an amp to the stock speakers and a radio, but today we'll be doing it in the Toyota 86. This should be the same general concept if you have a Subaru BRZ or Scion FRS. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy today's video, and let's get started. Sub I'm using is the Sundown Audio SA8. It's the version 3 D2. It has 2 ohms, but I'm going to wire it down to 1 ohm. And as you can see, this is the 8-inch right here. They build really good quality subwoofers, and I have the 12-inch in my Scion TC, but I wanted to save some room in my Toyota 86. So that's why I'm going with the 8-inch. It should still sound pretty powerful. You kind of get more bang for your buck with Sundown Audio, in my personal opinion, and I don't have any complaints with them so far. Here I'm using the Sundown Audio SAE 600D amp. This is a 600 watt amp by Sundown Audio, and it's just a monoblock amp, so I'm going to use it just to power the sub. This is enough power for the SA8 because I have the same amp in my Scion TC, and it powers the 12-inch sub. And I don't even use all the power that it provides, but it sounds really good, so I'm sure it's going to blow away the 8-inch one. The box I'm using, I had it custom made from a guy. He made it specifically tuned for the Sundown Audio SA8 speaker. I think it's tuned to 34 or 35 hertz, and the size of the box is really nice for this Toyota 86 because it won't take up too much room, so I'll go ahead and put the sub in here. Alright, so here I got some wire. I got some OFC oxygen-free copper wire. There's also CCA wire, which is copper-clad aluminum, but oxygen-free just lets the power and the signal flow a lot better. It's better quality wire overall. So I got some 4-gauge wire right here. We're going to run this from the amp through the car to the positive of the battery. Right here I have the ground. It's just in here. You can see the little tip sticking out of this black insulator, and this is the ground, so I'll just go from the negative of the amp to a ground point in the car. Here are the RCAs. I'll go from the amp to the back of the aftermarket Pioneer radio, and then here we have the line out wire, and this goes from the amp to the blue-white wire in the back of the radio. And then over here I have some extra speaker wire, which I'm probably not going to use, and then some accessories to do the other connection of the wire, because as you can see, one side has this, but the other side is bare, just so you can cut it to your custom length. So now we're going to have to remove these plastic trim pieces. Going to have to take out this 10mm bolt for the back seat, remove the back seat, remove the side door. We'll do that on both sides because on this side we have to run the power wire and the line wire, and on the other side we'll have to do the RCAs so there's no interference. You don't really want to run the RCAs with the power, so we'll go ahead and do that. And I have some pry tool pieces to remove it so it doesn't scratch it. Remove some of this plastic stuff right here. You just pop it straight up and out. And over here I got the 10mm bolt out, and you can see this is the seat area. I'll probably go ahead and sound deaden this a little bit as well. And I took this pop out, I'm gonna pop this side out and then sound deaden behind the speaker as well. So before we put the sub back here, as you can see, there's a lot of the regular car right here, and if you knock on it, it kind of sounds like it's aluminum type of thing, like a plastic fill. So I'm going to go ahead and soundproof this back. The soundproof helps with rattles, and it also makes your car quieter so you don't hear as much road noise, but it also improves the sound quality because it stays in the car. So the big benefit of it is to help with rattles and whatnot, but it also has some other benefits, and it's worth it. If you're already going to put the sub in, it's better to do it before, knowing that you'll probably need it, versus put the sub in and then do it, and then you have to take everything out and put the sound deadener. Before you do any kind of wiring, you want to disconnect the battery for safety. And then I have this 4-gauge wire. I'm going to go ahead and feed it through that grommet right there. I have to cut it and then feed it to the inside of the car. If you don't have a grommet available, like this might be one, every car is going to be different. If you don't have one available, you have to drill a hole through the firewall and then put a cap there so when the cable goes through it, it doesn't cut the cable. And then you'll go through the firewall on the other side, and then you'll want to seal it off with some silicone or something like that. And that's how you do it. Actually, I decided to use this hole, and I'm feeding the cable through, so as you can see, it's just going in. And if we come around to the front of the car, you can see that it's coming in under there by the steering wheel shaft, and it's all down there, so I'm going to route it along here all the way to the trunk. There's the cable going through the firewall, and I wrapped it around this other cable with some zip ties. There's the fuse, and then you want the remainder of the cable 12 to 18 inches from the battery. It's just temporarily right there, but I'm going to put on the positive soon. So here I'm going to be using this as an amp rack. I'm going to put the amp on here, but I'm going to go ahead and paint it black first. And I just got some black paint from Lowe's actually. And I'm probably just going to leave this on the floor of the trunk next to the sub, and then I'll just mount it somehow to the mat there. But I'm going to go ahead and paint it black. So here we go. One coat of paint. So as you can see here, I'm working on the amp wrap. I just put the Sundown sticker on. I drilled some holes, and I'm going to route the cables through these loops right here. You'll see it when it's done, and then I have a hole in the center that will go right here, and that'll be held just from moving left to right. It's not going to be it doesn't need to support a lot of weight. It's just moving it from left to right while I drive the car, and it's mounted on top of the back piece that goes in the car, so it's removable and whatnot, which is really nice. So if I put the amp right here, it's going to look like this, and then you're going to have power and ground running through here. You're going to have the subwoofer thing running right here, and then RCA's and the bass knob running right there. Okay, so now we got to pop up this trim piece to get to the back of the radio. I already did most of the popping, and we'll just pull it out and put it down. So we got to move the radio, get to the RCA's, and then we got to route the cable behind here, and then pop off this plastic right here, as well as right here, the back piece, and then the back seat as well, with that 10mm bolt, and then we'll glue the RCA's to the trunk. And that's how you take it out. So as you can see, we have both back seats out. There's the blue power wire. RCA's will be ran on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and dynamite it back there. You can hear, kind of sounds like a tin can or aluminum. It'll sound a lot better. Dynamite all that. And I'll be using the NVX sound deadener, 40 square feet. So sound deadening the trunk right now, still got a little bit to the left. Gotta get this back part and the right side. This is the full trunk dynamited, but it's using NVX sound deadener. Alright, so now I'm just wiring everything. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just doing wiring from 2 ohms to 1 ohm. So that's why I'm only using one of the positives and one of the grounds for the sub. I already tightened up all the cables pretty much with the zip ties. Just making it look nice now. There we have it. Got the cables ran. Now we just gotta hide them. I gotta finish up with the ground, connect the positive, then we're good to go. To remove the door panels, you have to pop out this clip right here. You have to take out the screw behind the doorknob right here, and you have to pop this plastic off and take a screw off right here and a screw off right here, and then you gently pry it out and all the pops come out with the door. This is me popping the door off right here. You just get all the snaps around and then you lift it up. And you keep taking this off right here. And then if you come over here, there are two cables. You gotta detach the green and the white one, and you gotta unconnect that right there. So this is how it looks, the final look of the trunk. As you can see, I have the 600 watt amp right there. I have the Sundown audio stickers on the side. The cables are zip tied right there, so it looks like a clean look. 8-inch subwoofer. We'll go ahead and look on the inside. So if I look to the back, I have the back seat down. I'll probably leave it like that just so the sound travels better, unless I have passengers obviously, but that's how the cables look. So other than that, everything's sound deadened. We'll go ahead and test it out with the radio, and I'm going to just test a couple generic songs that I won't get copyright infringes for, so we'll see how it sounds. So you can see it sounds really good. Let's check out the trunk. Okay, so it's moving pretty good. I can always set the gain a little higher if I wanted to. A couple rattles left that I need to fix with maybe the styrofoam, but that's about it. Let's try a different song. So it definitely hits pretty good in here. So that's a wrap. It sounds pretty good. Just need to do a little bit more sound deadening in the back and we'll call it a day. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's subwoofer install in the vehicle on the Toyota 86, and if you liked it, be sure to like the video or subscribe, and thank you for watching.